I heard about them two girls, they sisters, they was up there in New York, they was out there helping them folk pass they CDL. One girl even wore a whole goddamn disguise as a man with a beard and all kind of shit on to help them folks pass. Her sister worked behind the counter, so it was just a sure thing.
There's something rotten in the CDL schools that's making U.S. and Canadian highways extremely dangerous. The CBC did a hidden camera, hidden microphone documentary, and they went into several truck driving schools in Ontario.
This trucking company in Utah is allegedly being exposed for giving illegal immigrants CDLs in under 2 weeks when they don't know English and can't read the road signs.
So in the state of Oklahoma, they didn't got already 100 plus truck drivers with fake fucking CDLs and shit.
In case you guys have never met me before, my name is No Name Given, or that's what you do if you need a commercial driver's license and you aren't a resident of the United States.
Fake CDLs, untrained drivers, equals deadly consequences. This is the hidden dangers growing on America's roads. Citizens are asking one question: how are unqualified drivers getting commercial driver's license? America's trucking industry is changing fast, and drivers say that safety is being sacrificed in the process. Now the DOJ, Department of Justice, has started cracking down on all of these fake commercial driver's license. Listen to some of these videos.
Hey, you ever been driving and then you see a trucker and he do something and you like, he must have bought his license. Well, here's an example. Texas man sentenced for selling $215K worth of fraudulent CDLs. So pretty much this guy, he was sentenced to 2 years in prison. And pretty much what he was doing was he was working for the Postal Service. And somebody came to him and said, hey man, I'm gonna give you $1,000 a pop. $1,000 a pop. You just let these licenses go through. So his name was Alonzo Blackman. He was 68, so he's going to 2 years. He's going to come out when he's 70. And he pretty much let 215 applicants get their license illegally. So let's break down who these people were. So it was 197 Cubans, 11 U.S. citizens, and 1 Dominican, 1 Ethiopian, and 1 Iraqi national, and a Puerto Rican. And that's why trucking me messed up.
Listen, if you ain't got your CDL for real, meaning if you are illegal or you got a fake CDL, you might as well give it up at this point. Either get out the truck, stay home, or you're going to jail. Them the only options you got. Especially in Oklahoma. You know what's going on in Oklahoma right now. Them wait stations, they ain't playing. This is how you fried though. They got officers already lined up past the scales, right? So if you decide to pass the scale, you're done. If you go into the scale house, you're still fried. Either way, you're fried. Just give it up. It ain't no way around this, bro. And now they're starting to do this in more states. Not just Oklahoma, in more states. So if you ain't got your shit together, you out here with a fake CDL, you think you about to run it up in trucking, those days are long gone. Either you gonna get it the legit way, or there's no other way. Boy, go ahead on.
So we ain't gonna talk about these DMV workers that was making money with the fun selling fake license to these illegals out here, man. Like, they was making a come up, you hear me? Like, sold it to over 1,000 of them, man. Like, putting our lives at risk out here, man. Like that's ridiculous, man. Then also, it's still people out here smuggling drugs in trucks. You think these DOT police officers, DEA agents ain't hip to what y'all doing? Y'all ain't seen no movies yet? Like, where y'all be at, man? Like, y'all still think y'all can traffic drugs? And now they done start trafficking people into the United States. Like, in Texas right now, they taking folks CDLs for smuggling drugs and smuggling humans. Like, what is y'all doing out here, man? Like, these folks hip to what y'all got going on, so why even try?
This trucking company in Utah is allegedly being exposed for giving illegal immigrants CDLs in under 2 weeks when they don't know English and can't read the road signs. So this company on TikTok is known as Falcon Trucking School and also Rocky Mountain CDL. There's also no website for them at all. All you have to do is call this number for Utah, Ohio, and Minnesota residents to come to Utah and get your CDLs in under 2 weeks. And you can't really read these certificates, but it says Rocky Mountain CDL, and all of these people are bragging about how they were able to get their CDLs in under 2 weeks. And when you look up the business, it's very sketchy because it takes you to this location right here, and there's nothing online about Falcon Trucking School or Rocky Mountain CDL. And it looks like this guy right here, who's been in all the videos and posts since like 2022, he seems to be either the teacher, the instructor, or the owner of this whole thing. But with all the accidents that's been happening with truck drivers, especially when they're not able to read the road signs, people think that this trucking company and this CDL school may be operating illegally.
So I was just watching a video on these immigrant drivers and stuff like that, especially here in Canada, and the scams that are going on with the trucking schools, well, all across this country, and how people are coming here that can't even read or write, let alone speak English. Some of these people don't even have a grade 1 level education. And people are calling us racist because we've been calling out this for years as truck drivers. We've been saying, hey, this has got to stop. But instead, the government is coming with these programs where they'll pay a percentage of their wages for companies to hire them. So now you've got companies like Bison Transport, Transax, CP Transport, Loblaws, Day & Ross, just to name a few. I mean, hell, even Trican now is hiring them. Seaboard, they're all East Indians driving them. Now these guys are hauling explosives as well. I'm waiting to see what happens with that one. And yet we're called racist because we've been calling out these people that these programs have to stop. They need to get sent back to wherever they came from. And I don't care if they came from Eastern Europe, the Middle East, East India, Pakistani, wherever. They need to go back. These people are not qualified to be here under any circumstances. They don't have any training. They don't know how to read or write. They cannot understand English at all. They have no knowledge of what they're doing. And our government, specifically Trudeau and Carney, now it's Carney, but, you know, hey, he was Trudeau's butt buddy there when Trudeau was in. So nothing's changed. So, yeah, we need to get rid of these guys and get back to real trucking. I'm going to bring back, once again, we need to make this a journeyman program so that the training and the requirements are in place, and they have to be able to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that they are qualified to drive. They don't do that now. It's a big scam. Sorry, but that's how I feel. Have a good day.
Indian truck driving companies are doing the same scam, for lack of a better word, than the Mexican people who were caught having a restaurant and housing the employees and then charging them back rent. It has now been found that these Indian construction companies buy homes, stick a bunch of Indian origin men in them, and get them commercial truck driver licenses, put them out on the road. Again, sometimes 3 to a truck. They run 24/7. They're never stopped because there's always a different driver. Charge them rent, charge them all kinds of fees, and are very lucrative. It's been said or being reported now that these trucking companies, if you go by them, and there's a lot of them in North Dallas.
Oh my God. How is this so? 3 people to a truck, and they're running 24/7, switching drivers. What this does is take away from other drivers. Other truckers will take a loss because of unethical practices from these foreign business owners. This isn't right, and I understand the pain and frustration that a lot of truck drivers are talking about. But that's coming to an end. Let's get back to these videos. It gets interesting.
Did y'all know in Los Angeles there was a lot of people who, I won't say people, will be specific, there was a lot of foreigners, people who are not originally born here in America, who receive CDL driver's license, which are commercial driver's license, and they did not even have to take the written test. They would go to certain schools who partner with certain people that worked at the DMV, and if you go to this specific school, the school would give the person a call and be like, we have this student coming at this certain time, make sure that they pass that test. And these people been on our roads, and 23 accidents, I think, were, it might be more than that, but I think there were 23 accidents, or it could have been 23 fatalities. I don't know if they were all fatalities, but there were 23 incidents that occurred that led them back to that lady. They end up catching her sitting at her desk and went up there. She like, oh no, sir, I'm at work. No, get your big fat black ass up, bitch. You going to jail, ho. Let's keep getting some information on this, because I'm finna find out exactly everything that happened, y'all. I'm messy.
One mistake from an untrained driver can destroy families forever. So why is this happening? What happens when drivers can't properly read road signs, safety rules, or emergency procedures? Especially when driving an 80,000-pound truck. People have already been unalived, and now the Department of Justice wants to step in. This isn't about politics anymore. It's about safety. Safety for the citizens of America. Truckers are warning the public about what's happening behind the scenes in the CDL system. I don't know of any other country that would allow you to go to their country and get a commercial driver's license and you can't speak that native tongue. This is absurd. Imagine your family driving on the road and not knowing that the 80,000-pound truck next to you, the driver holds a fake license, haven't been through all the proper training, and can barely read road signs. Y'all think about that. Y'all think about that for a minute and how serious this is. Till next time. Peace.